you all to the world map.
And
if you orient to over here, to the far right, east.
Greg,
What's up?
Over here?
if you
shift
you force everyone to where your ping is.
So maybe not, because I know they have a co-occupation tonight.
Yep, just like that.
Yes, okay. So, traveling from Balforum and getting your last bit of reward for it, you all traveled southwest and came across large plumes of smoke which the party wished to investigate, finding out that it was a city being besieged, the city of Toma.
If you open a Venmo, you can send it to them.
The city was being besieged by a mercenary force, and after lightly talking to some of their scouts, the party decided to not deal with the situation and, rather leave them be and see if they can find refugees of the city, which they were able to, guiding them. They were all finding out that they also were heading for Krieko. Along the journey, you all had to tangle with a, what was it?
Wait.
No.
Where is it? A chimera-like creature that was hiding in some ruins that were made of black obsidian. The ruins were made of black obsidian, not the chimera. After defeating one of them, the party only defeated one, finding out that its mate was kind of out and about patrolling. So, wanting to get the refugees out before they were turned into kitty chow, the party decided to move quickly, which they were able to as it seemed the Chimera just came home after you all left. Continuing forward, you all came into no real problems passing by a neighboring dwarven city-state of a name I can't think of at this moment. But afterwards, after a couple more days' travel, you ended up in Krieko and were able to and found it in a state of less disarray than it could have been. The party found out about the civil war that occurred some half a year ago, I think I said. Something along those lines. Half a year ago. And still kind of recovering its losses, as it were. On the way to find the person who came up with the letter, the local satrap, as their title is, the party also came across a family that seemed to have been diseased. Mostly in the parts of Kyome and Kinada, they were able to lend goodwill as well as being able to identify the strange curse, which turns out to be not a disease, but a curse called the Feast of Dust.
They're still slotted for 1-2 inches.
And that brought us to here.
Yes, you're all there now. Inside Krieko. You were able to help the family out, and when you came to the satrap, who turned out to be Rowan, you were able to find out about the job that you were going to want to do, which was investigating some ruins that were off to the a little off to the north of the Zhou Mountains, where a local catfolk tribe has settled and has brought to Rowan's attention. You also brought up the diseased family and about this curse that is happening to them and to the village that is that they came from, and so he's finding it that it might sorry, train of thought just ruined. Crap. That things in the east are turning for the worst, and maybe the ruins and that are connected hypothetically, and from that you will decide to stay in the city for at least the rest of the day, enjoy the city while you can, and then head out in the morning. I believe we left at the city being nearing the evening, as in the night's beginning to settle.
I believe we kind of left off just prior to having a day.
Yeah, like the day hasn't quite ended in case people wanted to do things or explore.
Well, I kind of want to use my super stealth abilities to go visit a certain someone.
Rowan would actually tell you that as part of the post that even with him sneaking around like that, she's extremely busy.
He has to sleep sometime.
This is true, however, he would advise that she gets her sleep.
She will leave
That's what he advised.
and will bring a note underneath her door. And I will sneak off to do that. And I will roll stealth and everything.
So we drop the
Okay. Okay, go ahead and roll your stealth.
I will let the GM get away with not having to deal with her today.
Yeah, because for actual like what's happening in the background reasons, there's a reason she and Rowan are kind of just frazzled beyond all their minds. It's like
23 for myself, and then sleight of hand. Damn, I'm rolling well for this. Oh shit, now I have to do math, guys.
I asked if he knew his dad. I didn't ask that. That would have been
the Asian spelling is kind of weird when they try to translate English in.
Yeah.
But no, I was like, I made sure.
Okay, 25 for sleight of hand.
Ooh. Just so happy for this.
Oh, and I'm also going to sense motive to make sure Rowan's not giving me shit. Hold on. Really? Really?
Yeah.
Fuck you, dice.
Also, Air Force is in the air too much.
Only because I have a plus 17, 19.
okay, you got a 2. That's fine. So you're basically slipping the letter into his hand, essentially, or something like that?
I'm slipping past people, slipping between where she sleeps.
Air Force.
Oh, that would be a stealth.
I already did it. I rolled both. There's a stealth, and then a sleight of hand to get under the door without noticing. And then the sense motive was...
What was the stealth like connection for it?
Stealth was 20... Let's see, I rolled a 19 plus... was a 24. Sleight of hand was 25.
Yeah.
Alright.
He doesn't need to know.
No, that's fine. For the sense motive, you know Rowan enough that he does mean what he means. Like, this is kind of a little bit of... Because he doesn't have to worry about Nehemiah as much as he has to worry about you. And from as much stress as he's having, you can kind of gather a little bit that Nehemiah is at least half the straits he's in, so. However, you can still do that. So he speaks truth as far as you are concerned.
Sure. So yeah,
As
she
for
will.
stealth, go. Yeah.
Yes,
And-
I'm still doing stuff and stuff.
No, it's just loose.
And as for stealth, as you're moving your way through the royal palace, is this going to be at night or anything like that,
Oh,
or?
of course. I'm using darkness, my true friend.
Okay.
I'm tempted to use
You know-
spell. Kind of afraid.
You do. You sneak your way past many guards using some of the old passages that you and Nehemiah would both use, until finally to a room where you do see a guard you see wrapped in full turbans in a single spear. With a single spear. For a moment, you thought you saw their head shift in your direction,
I'm going this way. I'm going what away? Donut.
and after a few scant seconds of thinking that maybe you're detected, they seem to kind of look the other way and kind of go down the hall a little bit, allowing you to sneak by sleight of hand and the letter and sneak off as they return back to the door.
Okay. It's just gonna be like, hey, I'm in town. You forgot to tell me Dipstick was here and what was going on. We need to talk at some point. By the way, I'm leaving probably tomorrow.
I was thinking
Talk to Rowan. Okay, bye.
Then you break or snap your foot.
Okay. Yes. Did anyone else want to do anything for the city?
Hey,
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Hello?
Are we hearing you?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Repeat that.
They want to know if anyone else is doing anything.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Everyone did their stuff last session.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm just wondering if anyone had anything new.
Somewhere.
I thought you were here.
Yeah, unless there's another one.
It's a city.
Well, how many are there?
I'd
I'd be surprised if there was just one toy stall in an entire city.
It is a fairly big city.
Well, you don't know.
There
There's only one Toys R Us for like miles here. So.
But
Anyway.
Not anymore. The last one that closed down was the one in Colonial Heights.
Yeah.
Now there aren't anymore. That was
Chip?
the last one.
Yes. David, what were you doing? What were Kinata and Len doing? Just a question.
Glenn was having a spa day at the hotel.
Okay.
Is there a pond in the town? Or like a lake or a river nearby?
There's probably a path.
Yes. They do have. They do have bathhouses. They do have like small kind of like I'm getting there. Hold on. Structure. They have some canals that kind of run through the city. Not really canals, even smaller waterways. They do have a rather sizable lake close to closer to the center of the town. Surrounded by palm trees and the like. Why?
Is it illegal to swim in the lake?
Is it illegal to swim there?
I'd be surprised if it was, because that's their primary watering hole for washing, swimming, bathing.
Also, I want to go swimming / fishing. And
Yeah, I wouldn't think it's.
you never know.
Actually, yes.
It might be
There's.
like hierarchy or something, you know? You can't swim here because you don't have royal.
Only the magistrates.
Yeah, there you go, stuff like that.
That seems
That seems more common in a small village than a
First
town,
big city.
big city.
Unless you have
a
a dick for
Yeah.
magistrate.
The guard tells you, first off, we don't have any magistrates. But anyways, no, it's not illegal, really. They just ask that you, never mind. Let them know. That's fine. Yep.
Cereal. She's only allowed one bowl of cereal.
So she's allowed to swim then? Slash fish?
Yep. There, for this particular pond, there's no fish. There are some fish in the pond that's in the Satrap's office, but Rowan would really appreciate you don't fish there.
They appreciate what is not illegal. That's what I'm hearing, correct?
I mean, technically yes.
I agree the phrase is frowned upon.
But Rowan would really, really, really appreciate that you don't.
Like how much really?
Is this like with a coin gesture? I would love to, but I can't remember. Is this like a coin gesture?
Cool.
Knowing him now.
Who are you, man? Who are you?
If you're trying to go down this route, Rowan does tell you that he pauses into exotic, as in their price and worth to him is nearly immeasurable, and that killing those fish and using them for fishing and all that is kind of,
I love you,
almost taboo for him.
Stop trying to kill the man's fish. We can get you better fish. Well, maybe not better, but different.
I don't think you're with me because I would have done this right after I did what I was doing last time on the left.
This is true.
Okay, yeah, because you're probably distracting him for me. Hey, thanks.
You know what? I'll send Moto to Lynn, so Moto can tell him that I went out hunting. So I'm gonna go out hunting.
She said Len.
I said Lynn.
Okay, that was Lynn.
Okay.
Make sure to actually pay this time. Can't reply to this message. Because he assumes hunting is fleshy hunting.
Get
Animal hunting, so you know. I left the town.
Put a picture of the paw.
Yeah.
Paw hunting.
Paw
and bow and arrow.
So you know that I've left the town.
I'll
be back by nightfall, but no promises.
Even though Kiyomi kinda convinced me to stay in the town, still a bit antsy, because, you know, the entire idea of the Golden Claws being nearby, relatively speaking. So, his need for wanting to do something, anything versus just sitting down.
Sit there. No, that's fair.
He has actually points into this. I'm going to see if I can make some coin by offering massages to people.
Ooh, I should try to make some money with the nobles while I'm here.
He knows you don't need to.
How much massage are we? Okay, where exactly would you like to A, practice this? B, is this... How much are we talking?
If you're talking about
about euphemisms. He's not opposed to that, though that's not his innate goal.
Okay, you're actually trying to do like legitimate chiropractor.
I would say legitimate massages. If the clients want to go beyond that, that's up to them.
That's fair.
Because his primary reason for doing this is to expend energy versus sitting there being delightful.
No, that's fair. No, that's fair. I'm just trying to think of how to do this freelance with almost technically no license, technically no license, an outsider, they've never seen you before, just a whole bunch of factors. I'm like, but to be fair, people do this all the time, technically.
Maybe make a suggestion then? What do you think about a diplomacy roll, or maybe a straight charisma roll to figure out if I can innately interest people, and then a profession roll for the actual act of doing it. Does that sound good?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, charisma to kind of, for your total presence. Because let me look at it and see how that's described. But yeah, go ahead and roll. Take your d20. I'll figure it out. Let me see.
Okay. I feel like I'm misremembering this. Nope, I was remembering it correctly. Awesome.
Can I do some rolls to earn some money too?
Hypothetically, give me a moment, please.
Wait.
That is not a 20, it's a dirty 20?
Yeah, a dirt. Flat 20.
Flat 20, yeah.
That's what I've been hearing told of like every stream, and honestly, I like it better than flat.
No, that's fine, because it's flat.
So I would call it a dirty 20 no matter what you tell me.
Is it a naughty 20?
No, naughty 20 is when it's 20 and then flips on you.
Oh, that is true. That's a bad 20.
Oh, that's just, that's a disgusting 20.
No, disgusting 20 is when it flips to a 20 to a 1.
I will ask this. I know Cyrus has an interest. Kill me. You have an interest. If it makes you feel better, I'll charge you 3 copper.
I'm free? Yay! I am free!
Did you hear that, Eric?
Are you making her ice it?
Yeah.
Every time I'm over here, I just show up the ice bag and she blares daggers at me. I don't know why.
Eric?
I told you it freezes my phone.
Sure. We're probably not going to get the coppers.
That's fine. Okay.
Because if Keone does hand them to him, she'll just end up taking it back later.
It's like fishing into the coin pouch. There we go. Got my money back.
Cheapskate. Anyways, okay. Flat with the 320. I'm going to say that you're able to interest a few patrons who are like, any particular area that you're wanting to kind of scout out with this, or just curious?
You know,
That is canted.
That's right, we're stationed there. The border between the central market and the higher end, so I can have a chance of encountering one or the other.
There's some good call. Yeah. Okay. So you're able to catch a few patrons. Let's see.
Yeah.
Okay. You're able to initially get some five, at least 5 or so people interested. Or how much are you charging? I'm just curious. Go ahead and roll profession as well.
Natural 20. As for how much I'm charging, because I am an outsider and such, 5 silver?
5 silver? Okay. And with that natural 20 of how well you do, they'll probably all tip you an extra 4 silver. So that's 19, 45 silver.
Awesome.
That also means Kirby and Cyrus can't complain.
This is true for Kyome and Cyrus. It is very relaxing. It's cathartic, chiropractic, in the ancient ways of basically getting rid of the body spirits of just being like, go away. Oh yeah, you feel refreshed. This is nice. Yeah, essentially. And then Lynn was going to do a thing. Go ahead and roll charisma and then profession as well, please.
I'm gonna roll Diplo first. That works too.
Yeah. What? Say what?
I'll give you naughty 20. That would be a grand total of 10. Was almost a nat 20.
Oof.
This is why I wanted to do diplomacy instead, because she actually knows people in the castle.
This is true. However, this is also your general presence and all that. I'm thinking that you're kind of just slightly distracted, trying to figure out. You're kind of this is before you sneak into the castle. You're kind of inadvertently thinking about the old paths and all that, and you're like, okay, how do we do this? How do we? And you're kind of too distracted to catch comers' bys. However, let's see if anybody actually recognizes you. Oh, there is actually a noble that you were not actually friends with, but acquaintances with. Good enough to have a report, at least. And they're like, oh, hey, how are you? And you offer them a reading, and they will take it. They'll take a reading.
Okay. I'm not cheap tonight. Purple is drink. All my deaths are trained. It came from putting the dice box. It's just going to be a 15.
15 total. Okay. It's not an amazing reading, but it's pretty good. The portents that you receive are good. They're not horrible. They're not great, but it's just good. It's like you mentioned things of or maybe you can tell what he sees or anything like that. Just curious.
You will have a good year. Is he married? Does he have a ring finger? A ring on his finger, not a ring.
You do know he's married.
You will possibly. You will by the end of the year. Mwahaha.
Thank you then, Lynn. And he'll give you And considering the time we've had recently, that sounds like an excellent deal. And for your services, he'll give plus all the friends. He'll give you 10 silver.
Excuse me, you Malcolm. This isn't for you.
Okay. So 10 silver to Lynn as she does her profession. For Len, as you're doing a spa day at the... are you doing it at the Satrap house, or are you doing this somewhere else? Just curious.
I can see it now. He's giving service massage and goes up to him and just the equivalent of just go with it. Keep an eye on him.
Chris?
Yeah,
what?
Did Len want to do any particular bathhouse, or was it just going to be at the one of the satraps? If I remember correctly.
Whatever one's at the end.
Okay. So we're staying. Very nice spa. There are attendants that, in case you do ask, but by the side of it, you would probably say no. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so they'll leave you be. And if should be inclined, there is a private bathhouse for like solitary use.
Quote unquote solitary use.
I mean, I don't know.
Catwalk.
All right. Did anyone else want to do anything? Because it sounds like we have gotten most of our things
I'm assuming the rest of my time would have been spent with the host. So
the post and also sneaking into the castle and like. Yes. I guess the only one is Kione. Would you like to do anything in the city?
No.
Okay. Not even say hi to your old friend?
I don't have an old friend. What are you talking? Oh wait, that's right. That dude, yeah.
I know you're kind of frazzled right now, so I'm just like...
No.
Right,
mind my own business. And sleep.
No, that's fair. You basically enjoy the city sights and then... Or just enjoy the satrap area because it's very, very calming. Comparatively to the rather chaotic desert that you have been in. Very relaxing. Nice sense of walk. Alright, so by the sound of it, we move on to the next day. So, everyone returns to their quarters, and even Cyrus, who returns at midnight. Some guards do kind of have raised suspicions of you at first, but once they see that you've just been simply hunting and kind of remember who you are, they let you in.
That's right. I don't acknowledge them at all. I don't even pay them no mind. I just keep walking in.
Yeah, but, well, for their particular site, they would have figured that by the time you get to the gates.
Would I have to have turned guard back into a kitten?
For returning to the city, I think I said that it's not exactly uncommon to see large cats. It's just that people will be cautious around Garth. I'll put it that way.
Okay.
Because you have seen some pet tigers and a few panthers as exotic pets, but not to me. But Garth towers over them, so yeah.
Yeah.
Because Garth. Because large creature.
Yeah.
Large creature in armor.
I'm not gonna change him back, Ben. That's too much work. I'll probably change him back in the morning, but
That's fine.
now, no.
Yes. So the morning rises over the sea, lighting the city, warming the city slowly from the very cold desert night that it was. It is a second. And you are free to go about the morning as you see fit. By the sound of it, it was mostly prep for the travel, by the sound of it.
I will look to see if I have a note.
Let's see.
Diplomatic wing or something.
Garth would have barred my door.
You do not see it. You do not see a note yet.
I am offended. No, not really.
You feel very proud of yourself right now.
That's right. There's been hunting. I wouldn't even need to do any of that. Okay, awesome.
I guess I'll head down for breakfast and then wait for everyone else to show up.
Alright, is anyone prepping any particular things or buying certain items before heading out?
Nope.
Yes, I would like to buy a district in the city.
I have no reason to leave my room right this second.
Say again, Cyrus?
I said I went hunting last night, so I have my own food, so I have no reason to go down for breakfast.
That's fine.
One moment. I need to check something.
I will nakedly walk down the hall to your room and drop you off some food.
It just gets weird wondering if the red man and the mask was done for the,
So anybody who was up, Greg would have seen Cyrus walking down the hall to Lynn's room naked. With food in her hand, of course.
Apparently I missed some development.
No, she just likes taking a walk. She's vexing it.
Yep.
Totally vexing.
I'm not opposed to showing off my body.
Very enthusiastic vex walks.
Let's see.
Are they very enthusiastic walks for the park?
Indeed.
No, they're not that bad.
I'm pretty sure a guard or lady's gonna scream at some point.
Seals that.
Normally, if they were normal innkeepers, yes. But you're in the foreign embassy, essentially. Diplomacy mirror shit.
Oh, what? Somebody confused me?
No, you all are staying in basically the foreign embassy. They, like, some guards do see, like, you do see at least one guard see you, and they're just like, they just remove their gaze. It's like,
Here's a stormtrooper.
it's like,
If I notice him looking, I'm gonna wink.
Oh God.
But that's mostly to annoy God.
Okay. What is that? This is annoying. Okay, in terms of stuff, Actually, I know what I'll do if we haven't read one already. I'm gonna see if I can buy a detailed map of nearby mountains. I believe that's the general area that we're going to go to for where the ruins are for the investigation.
Oh, I just love sleeping in ruins.
We know. That was caves.
It was a cave ruin. It was
It was a ruined cave.
Hello?
Places you really shouldn't be sleeping.
Hey, at this point, Cyrus believes that, nothing can harm her. Like, sure, she can get stuffed up, almost dead and stuff, but at the end of the day, you can stab things, so he feels confident in her stabbing abilities.
I can't perform necromancy, necromancy, or negromancy yet, so...
Hello?
I'm not sure necromancy might be all that applies to her.
Can anyone hear me? Hi? Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, good. Because my sound just suddenly cut off. I'm like, the fuck? Yeah, I didn't sound like anyone else didn't have anything, correct?
David was saying he wanted to do something.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it was something like that, but I couldn't confirm.
The ruins that we're going to go into, I believe that was near the mountain range.
The particular letter didn't specify where they were, but they were. It was just that someone from the Golden Claws informed them of this ruin, and that it was quote unquote reeked of dangerous magic.
Okay. In that case, I would like to do. I'd like to do two things. One, I'd like to see if I can purchase a detailed map of the mountain and surrounding area that we're going to be heading towards. And I would like to buy actually, considering we'll spend some time. Yeah, I would like to both buy a fancy goblet and see if there's an artisan in the city that I can commission to craft a second goblet. The second goblet having emblems and symbology related to Sigma.
Okay, here we'll find a goblet. A particular goblet, or just
preferably one that has How about a silver one with gold inlays?
Okay. Made of silver, I assume?
Yeah, like straight up silver.
Yes, that would be. Let us see.
I know
for the craftsmanship. Let us say 150 gold.
Awesome.
And you were wanting a second goblet, you said? Or did you want this one inscribed? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm wanting to acquire the silver one from the market, but I'm wanting another one commissioned specifically with segment in mind.
Okay, so a ritualistic one.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so you said you were going to find an artisan of that. You walk from the goblet trip, and you see artisans as far as the eye can see.
Awesome.
Welcome to the Capital District.
Yeah, Creeko is well known for their artisans.
Actually, in that case, considering we're in a desert-like area, yes.
Correct.
Awesome. Okay. I'm gonna see if there's a glass blower
So the commission can be a combination of say glass and let's say glass, gold, and bronze. Glass with gold and bronze decoration to it in terms of the symbols and such.
All right. Yes, you do actually. You do find one. You do find a glass blower. They. I'm trying to think if there's It is a red-skinned looking humanoid with with almost glowing yellow eyes. They listen to your commission and say, think about it for a moment. And they say, I assume this is for ritual, for religious use and ritual.
Yes, you'd be quite right.
And you said a sacrament, yes?
Yes.
Would you like this particular thing blessed, or... Oh, wait, no, you're or unless you can provide the services yourself.
I should be able to bless it myself unless you happen to know of a grand follower of sacrament in the city somewhere.
I am not aware. I am not aware of a sacrament follower myself, but it would just make the process easier. I like to bless them too as I work, but I believe I can work with something. For the commission itself, it will be that will cost. They roll around their eyes over that. A ruby and 15 pounds of coal.
Okay, I should be able to acquire that easily enough. If that is all, I'll fetch the materials for this.
Okay. The ruby will cost you, I think, any particular ruby you're going for? Dirty or really nice ruby? They didn't seem to specify.
This is from a lady. It can't be shabby. So, I'll see if I can find a unblemished.
Did you have a price range? I'll put it that way.
Okay.
Actually, no. Yeah, something.
Price range? I would say 500 gold.
You're able to find one that's 500 gold. They do, though. The hawker does offer one that seems to be slightly better for 600. Seems to be slightly more shine to it.
Sounds a bit shasty. Let me use the skill that I am totally super good with, called Sense Motive. Totally super good with that. That is the best roll. One second, you guys are going to be amazed at this roll.
Did you roll a 1? Or a 2?
Got to 11.
Oh, yeah. You rolled a 5 with your +6. That sucks.
I mean, it is shinier. It does seem much shinier than the other one.
Actually, can I make an appraisal roll as well?
Sure, but at a -4 because their words is kind of niggling at the back of your head. Like, ooh, it is kind of nice.
Awesome. Oh, that is way better than I thought it was going to be.
And that's with a -4?
It nets itself out to -2.
Okay. Thinking about it, rolling, praising it, is like, it is actually a little bit nicer. Something seems a little off about it, but you're kind of on the fence about it.
As I'm looking at it, examining it, I'd like to use. It should be a cantrip. Yeah. I'd like to use detect magic.
Okay.
Because it was slightly off, so I just want to see if there's anything weird going on with it.
Not magically. Okay. You don't detect magic from them. And they are the hawker's kind of like a thing, like, sir, you think me a charlatan? There's such thing as... No, I do not. I sell top quality items, sir.
You need to know if
Is anyone else around me? Is anyone already around me?
I feel like we got somebody.
I was about to say, I don't know when you left.
I don't know. It was kind of ambiguous.
I mean, Kiyome's going to be going to the artisans. I'm just going to point this out.
So
figuring out what I'm going to do.
Kiyome might be around you.
Okay.
I mean, you do know how good Lynn is at what she does. I mean, if you wanted to bring her around, you could have. Otherwise, you're just going to be chatting up her old friends.
Well, as far as I'm aware,
information.
As far as I'm aware, the rest of the group doesn't have his religious proclivities, which is the primary, which is the secondary reason why he was in the market area right now to begin with, or the artisan area.
I mean, normally Lynn would be trying to,
Yes, but you all want to kill his god.
It's not just his. Like she said, she doesn't fault people.
I mean, normally Lynn's all over the place, trying to make money where she can, but today...
She's just chatting up stuff. But it's not to be Kiyome's there.
Yeah, I'm trying to guess what I'm going to be...
Kiyome's at least...
what I'm getting, Greg. It's expensive.
Okay.
I'll look at them. Any smart buyer checks out the wares. Just imagine. I certify it, and the word of mouth will spread.
Yes, but I do know. It's like they kind of lean. Is like, I don't honestly blame you, but I have to put on a show here. It's business is as much showmanship as it is actual transactions.
Kinar will nod, and at that, I'll continue looking at the ruby. You still saying this ruby looks slightly off?
Something seems off about it, but you're not quite sure. It's not magical or malign. It's just like, huh. Like, it could be the shine, it could be something else.
Okay.
They do lean in and keep leaning. Is like, how about this? I knock off 20 gold off this and you can go. But you pass word of my wares,
It sounds like you might very well be is this guy in particular like a jeweler, or is he more of a generic peddler?
Somewhere in between.
Okay.
He knows what he's doing. You can tell that.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm. For that, I'm sure you'll be known as the peddler of the most lustful jewels around. I see you said offering this one for 600, so knock 20 off. That would be.
And with that particular phrasing, he'll knock off an extra 10, so that will be 570 gold.
Awesome.
Okay.
And with that, I
For the way my D20 is rolling,
I don't want to risk that.
Okay.
Get. You know what? That is what I'll do after I acquire the ruby. As I bid him adieu and start walking off, I would like to pointedly comment loud enough for those I passed to hear that the ruby from the and I'll mention some descriptor of the peddler I was just at. Like if he has a sign or something, something distinctive. I'll note that it feels like that this is a lucky gem.
Oh boy. Okay, interesting. Very interesting. Okay.
Would that be a bluff or just something that people would just generically hear?
Just kind of inherently hear.
Okay.
Oh. As for the coal, that's a much easier thing to give. That is basically for a pound each, a gold each, so 15 gold.
Okay. The only thing that's left is the detailed map of the mountain surrounding area that we're going to.
Right. The map. You do find a geographer. They do. That had gone to the Joe Mountains. They warn you it is about a year. Is they kind of run there through their heads. It's about like 5 years old, give or take, and not as detailed as they like. They weren't able to go into the Joe Mountains themselves because the Golden Claw kind of have the and he wasn't able to go into the mountain proper because that's where the Golden Claws were, and he was on good terms, but not good enough to get inside the mountain.
Okay.
Thank you
then. When I'm in the area, it sounds like I should see if I can purchase something from them. However, I do appreciate your time.
Are you going to buy a map, or yes or no?
I am not going to buy a map, but I will give him or her 5 silver for the essentially for the honesty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and if you have your hood up and you're not if you're hiding your catfolk features, well, good luck. They don't exactly take well humans.
Well, I'm sure I'll find a way.
Well, they don't take well to outsiders, especially humans.
I'm sure I can make do. Thank you, sir.
Alright, so I will go ahead and wrap up as much as I can here. enchant armor +2 going into spell resistance, so you get adding spell resistance to your armor.
Yeah, it just takes up the +2 enchantment on the armor, basically.
That's not how that works. If the armor's
That's what
already
it says the
plus,
cost is.
yeah, but the armor's already +2.
Yeah, it's +2, and then you have to
already.
Okay,
It has to work.
You're upgrading to a +2 armor.
Yeah, you need to upgrade to a +2 armor, and then also pay for the enchantment.
It doesn't say anything for an enchantment. It just says the +2 bonus itself, and it would cost 4,000 gold to go to a +2 armor.
Yeah, that's how that works. You pay the +2 enchantment.
Yeah, I'm just double checking. It's been armor enchantments are always kind of like that for me.
It's the same cost as a +2 enchantment, but it's not a +2 armor now. It's an armor of spell resistance.
Okay. Just so you know, for your armor spell resistance, for that particular thing, that's for all spell effects, including ones that work for you, I believe.
So if you try to buff yourself, or if you try to heal you, they still have to overcome spell resistance.
Really?
Yeah. It
is a great boon, but also a great bane.
That's why you're saying you might be better off getting like elemental resistance.
Not kidding.
How your shitty headset was.
I couldn't hear it a while ago. It's got louder.
Oh, if I knew that was an issue. You don't have to hear what's going on. It's fine.
I was hearing Greg.
Alright, but, so while Kyome does that, and I will be leaving shortly anyway to set things up, we will go ahead and have you all leave the city proper. For heading a little bit north. By what I remember, almost a day's journey. It will take up most of the day to get to the Zhou Mountains, and we will begin there, and once I come back, we will continue. I'll be right back.
Cool.
So